think we can custom name the animals, right? Is that a thing we can do? Management, animals, donkeys, donkey. Oh! Custom name! We can! Okay, we're gonna continue the tradition from Red Dead Redemption. The donkey is called Chat. There we go. Yep. I'm riding Chat hard. No, wait, no, hang on, that's a bad. Let's change that again. No, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Chat is here to carry my burdens. Yeah. Is it kind of offensive for a streamer to name a donkey in a game Chat? Compare you guys to a donkey? That's probably bad, right? But let's just roll with it. It could be fun. Get Chat's butt wiggling as we run. See? It's... I was so annoyed in Red Dead though, like... We were trying to escape from the law and the gang and every other thing when it all kind of falls apart at the end and the horses just get killed in cutscene and I'm like, what? No! Our horse should have survived. That was kind of annoying. I've been playing a bit more of that off stream now as well. Like now we're done, I went out into the west and, you know, like round the desert. It's different, to say the least. Like, I don't know, how do I put it? Like, it was hard to go out there because I rode into the town, like the armadillo itself, and as I got closer I could see smoke was coming from buildings and there's gangs in the streets, like threatening the sheriff to release their compadre, and I'm like, oh wow, this place is fucked up, like shit. You know, compared to what it looks like in Red Dead 1, years later, I was like, shit. This is hard to see. This guy doesn't have any beets. Did I buy all of his beets? I might have bought all of his beetroot. Oh shit. I think I did. I bought all the beetroot at the start of the season, didn't I? Fuck. Need 20 beetroot. Does the cook have any beetroot?
Hail, friend.
Show me your wares. 8? Oh, that's pathetic. And I have no coin. Shit. Well, okay then. I guess we're selling what we have on here now, aren't we? Buckets, this bow, these clay bottles, bowls, dried meat, a fuck ton of fur. I am now overweight. Some salted meat. Let's just try and sell all this stuff to the farmer. But he's got no beetroot. I'm gonna have to hunt that down before we go see the other guy. Clay. Oh no, don't sell those, don't sell those. One really cool thing though, yesterday I was playing Red Dead. Or was it the day before? I think it was the day before. I was playing Red Dead the day before yesterday. And I went to, for people that watched the streams, or have watched through the VODs, you'll know, people who've played the game before, there is a woman up in the northeast, over by the waterfall, who you help out. Like, she was a widow from big city type place, you know. Oh, I should buy that beetroot before we leave. And yeah, she, like, Arthur goes and helps her, you know, learn how to hunt. She's just one of the small side quests that you can do once Arthur's dying, you know, like, you can go and meet this woman and help her out, and he, you know, passes out there, like, on one occasion. So, yeah.
Goodbye.
Need 12 more beetroot. And I finished that small stranger side quest line. And I was like, okay, that was fun. That was nice. Now that you can play the prologue as John Marston, I went back. I Actually, is a good point. Where can I buy more beetroot? I don't think these guys have a cook. Aranica or Aranica. One of these guys has a farmer, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Let's go that way. Quick save. So I went back there with John recently because I was just like cleaning up a bunch of side quests. I was hunting for the dinosaur bones because you can't do those until you can get out into the like New Austin area because several of them, like 6 of them, are out that way, and I'm like, well, shit. So yeah, am I going the right way? Yeah. So I was doing that and hunting down all the dinosaur bones, and I ended up past Roanoke Ridge, and I was like, okay, let's maybe see what happens if we go visit the widow. And it's like 8 years later, so her character is still there, and she's grey now. She's like she's older. She looks older. Like her skin looks a little more wrinkly and leathery from like years living rough and wild, and her clothes are now all handmade from like hides and stuff. And I was like, oh shit, she's still here. And you get a little cutscene with her and John. And John like gives her the bad news about Arthur and things like that. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's awesome. Like that level of detail. That even now that the game is done, you can visit people and get little cutscenes about things. Still kind of blew me away. You know, I was like, wow, that's because they didn't need to. They didn't need to program that shit in. But there's still loads post-game to go find and experience and do, you know? And it was really nice just to have this little sad moment where John, like, comes up to her and is like, hi, I think you knew a friend of mine, Arthur Morgan, and I was in the area. I thought I should just come by and see if you're still here because he wrote about you in his journal, and I was like, oh, this is cool. No, they don't have a farmer here. They only have a herbalist? Wow, this town sucks. Let's try the other one then. But yeah, I really like, I can appreciate, immensely appreciate that level of development. You know? People will always, I guess, give Rockstar some shit over them just milking GTA Online right down to the bone and, you know, saying that's all they care about now, but at the same time, they made a game of that quality that came out in like 2018. Years after GTA Online. So, you know, I absolutely love that game. That is probably one of the best games I've played on stream. For all the faults as well, and all the, you know, infuriations with the control systems and stuff like that. Oh man, these guys only have a wood shed? You don't have you've got a barn. How do you not have a farming vendor? Where the hell am I gonna buy beetroot? I think I bought all the beetroot from here as well. This is the mighty quest for beetroot right now. Alright, Turkey it is. So we're going to the next town. Let's see, are we on? Yeah, this is just, we just follow this path. Yeah, I mean, if they take all the lessons from like Red Dead and apply them to GTA, along with what they've already done through the evolution of the GTA series, it'll be a damn good game, GTA 6. There's one thing that they seem to do very well and have done, I think, probably since the first Red Dead game. And maybe, oh, maybe not even GTA 4. You know, like the first Red Dead game is rewarding you for exploring by having things just happen in the world as you enter areas and give you a little bit of a sense of like, oh yeah. And these guys also. Oh hey, here's the donkey you sold me. You look sick. I'm gonna get the hell away from you now. Bye. So yeah, you know, like things like that are just really impressive to me when they do things in games that they can reward you just for exploring a place. And you know, you go somewhere, like when I rode into Armadillo, I could have just rode into a town and it's just like, hey, welcome to Armadillo. This is a town. You've seen a town, you know what it looks like. Here it is. But no, instead I ended up riding into town as the Del Lobos gang was shooting up the sheriff's office and then demanding that they release their companion, you know, like their leader. And then they shot the sheriff dead after he did. And it's like, fuck. You know, and there's an atmosphere that kind of thing generates. They didn't shoot the deputy. No, they didn't. They didn't get a chance because I shot them all dead afterwards. Gunned the whole fucking gang down before they could ride off. I was like, oh, you guys are bad. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Like, I stood and watched it all unfold to see what would happen, and then when they were done killing the sheriff, I was like, okay, Deadeye mode. Beep, 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 beep. Headshots all round. Yeah, it was good. So they still, like, reward you for just going into a place and doing shit. You know? Oh, and one of the things... Earlier in my playthrough of that game, as Arthur, we met a red-headed kid, like a young lad, down by the freaking riverfront. And he was chucking stones in the river and getting all upset. Yeah, okay, there's a farmer vendor over here. Perfect. Oh, thank God. Let's get off. And he was like cursing out that this, like, girl in town that he liked wouldn't pay him like time of day and just like the musclehead in town and shit like that, right? And as Arthur, we told him to man the fuck up. And he kind of maybe it seemed like he didn't take that the right way. Like he thought, yeah, I gotta force her to be with me. And it was like, whoa, no. And I was like, we're gonna find her dead one day and him standing over the body with a knife, aren't we? You know? Man, oh, I gotta go all the way back now. Quick save. Finally, we got the beetroot we needed. And yeah, I was kind of worried. I was like, we just turned him into like an obsessive psycho killer. Nice. Oh boy. But no, we never saw hide nor hair of him again. And I happened to be riding down past the same way, that area, as John, 8-ish years later. And he was there, throwing stones in the river, older, you know, and voice not cracking anymore, deeper voiced. Because he had that teenager, oh shucks, kind of voice going on, like, oh, Mary Jane, why don't you pay attention to me? You know, and I was like, oh god, this guy. So, yeah, he was there throwing stones in the river again, cussing out the fact that he married her. And she turned out to be a devil woman. And I was like, oh shit, this guy, fuck. So as John now, you get to meet him, first time as John, and it's like, he's like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? Man up. It's so good. You know, I just love that a game will do that. Because again, they didn't need to code that guy in anymore, but somebody sat down and said, you know what, when people are done with the game and they're roaming around in the open world, let's give them things to experience still. Let's give them, you know, this character, for instance, that one guy who was just a rando down by the riverside that you get to chat to. It wasn't even a quest. He was just one of the oddballs, you know, one of the little people that just happens to be at the roadside doing shit, like the crazy preacher in the river, for instance. And he's still there. He's still standing in the river telling people to get the hell away from him, you know. Just put this in, but it's not the same encounter. It's not just, oh, it's that guy, but he's just going through a loop. It's a actually written out encounter where things are happening and he's saying stuff, and it's, you know, there's back and forth between the characters with dialogue and stuff. Because anybody can put a repeating scene in and just say, well, this guy walks from over here to over there and does this every time. It's like, yeah, okay, that's not exactly impressive. That's just game logic on a loop. But this was an actual crafted encounter. And I kind of liked that. I thought it was really good. That he was still there, and now his story's progressed, and we get to see some resolution to it. Really good. And, oh, I was also in Strawberry, where you bust Micah out of jail at the start of the game, early game, and then he goes on a killing spree. He kills 2 people in this one house down by the bridge to get his guns back. I rode through Strawberry as John Marston now, post-game, post-epilogue, and there was a kid, or a young boy now, young man, coming out of that house looking for his lost dog. And you help him find the dog as like a little, oh, small activity thing I can do real quick. Cool, I can find this dog for this guy. I really wish the map would center on me, God. And when I found the dog and brought him back, he was like, oh, thanks, man. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I thought I'd lost him. And you're like, oh, no problem. He's like, yeah, see, the thing is, this dog, he's the only family I got left. Like, it's just me and him now. And I looked and thinking, yeah, this is the house you came out of. I think I know what happened to your parents. Tiny things. They just go a long way with me, you know? Yeah, we need to keep going left. So yeah, it's good just to kind of just ride around that area and just do the completionism stuff without it feeling boring. But as I said earlier, now that I'm done with that game, I don't want to play a long story game for a while. What I want soon, though, hopefully, maybe in the... Ooh.
Easy now.
There's, yeah. Copper hammer, yes. Water skin, sure. Cudgel. Torch. A single cabbage. Okay. What I would like, eventually, maybe in the summer sales, the Kiryu Like a Dragon game. I know erased his name. I do hope it goes on sale. That's a lynx. Okay, I was like, fucking wolves are back. Quick save though, just in case. I know there's bad piggies in this swamp as well. Pretty sure I had an encounter with bad piggies out here once. It didn't go well. But yeah, when that goes on sale, I want to grab it, and I will play it, because we're way behind on Yakuza games. And as you know, this is... I have been accused of being a professional Yakuza streamer. A full-time Yakuza streamer. Maybe not professional, that's probably not the right word for it. But yeah, I have been accused of only ever playing Yakuza games, apparently, so I need to keep that trend up. I need to keep up expectations. Speaking of expectations, here you go, Sambo, you ass. Here's your food. My Oriental cocaine. Maybe. Yeah. Let's see if it's all there. Don't test me, Sambo. Where is she? Hey, Don't you talk where? Hornica! End dialogue. Done with you. And now he's like, oh man, I was gonna have fun with him. Yeah, fuck you. Hornica! Oi. He's down here. I get killed every time I try to get through this area by, just murdered by wolves. Absolutely murdered by the fucking things. Alright. Quick save again. But yeah, I do want to play it. And, infinite wealth as well, but... Again, it's like, I'm fatigued on long games right now, so I don't want to do it just yet. I'll wait till it goes on a sale, and then I'll take that as my cue to be like, okay, now's my time, let's do it. Just another line, right, Kiryu? Yeah. But yeah, I need me some more Yakuza, of course. But at the same time, it's like, do I feel right now like I have the stamina for that? Because I went through, like, from Christmas to January playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then I went straight into Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, maybe not straight into. I think I played a couple of other things. I played Lacuna and so on, and a couple of other little bits. And then, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, oh boy, did I play? Oh no, I played Lacuna during my Red Dead playthrough, I think, yeah. I had something else going on and I've forgotten what it was. We did catch up on Guild Wars 2, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. You don't want a long game, but you want to start your Yakuza. Yeah, well, I feel like I want to experience a Yakuza game, but I know I don't have the stamina for it right now. It's like saying I'd like to climb that mountain one day, but right now I don't feel up to it. You know what I mean? Like I have an urge for some Yakuza, but I don't have the strength to get through one right now. I can recommend a few titles, but you have to be keen on them. So far, did you play Dave the Diver? No, I really want to play that. That's a game I felt like grabbing. So I never grabbed it either, so yeah, Dave the Diver. It looked really good. It looked very cool, very much my kind of vibe. Simply sublime. Yeah, I would say I've seen it played, and I'm like, okay, this looks good. This looks chill. It looks interesting, and it looks challenging. It's got just a nice little blend of mechanics that go well together and just kind of give you a cool vibe, Yeah, I feel like what I might do to get to Hornica is save up. And because I have 16 seasons to finish this story, so that's no problem. So I might save money and just take fast travel. Fast travel my ass to Hornica. I forced Sarah to play it blind. She was like, what the fuck? And after an hour she was hooked. Yeah, it's like one of those games, hooked as well. Badum-tish. Joke intended, I guess. I still haven't finished it, though. I kind of took a break, so gotta get back to it. Yeah, you know what made me feel like? I mean, it's totally different, I guess, gameplay, but there was a certain, like, the underwater chill vibe of it was like, oh, this takes me back to Echo the Dolphin on the old Mega Drive or Genesis for the rest of the world that isn't British. I don't know where else in the world the Sega Genesis was called the Mega Drive, but in England it was called the Mega Drive for whatever reason. I don't know. Companies are weird when it comes to regional stuff. They're like, we can't call it the Genesis in England. Why? Is Phil Collins going to sue you? Probably. That might have actually been it. I don't know. It might have been it. It was the 90s. He fishes with a spear. Well, that's true, yeah. Not quite the same gear, I guess. That's some memories. I thought Echo was on the Dreamcast. There was an Echo the Dolphin on the Dreamcast as well, but the very, very first one, the original one, came out on the Mega Drive, or the Genesis. We have additional coin now. Nice. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that copper hammer in here. Oh, we need to do lumberjacking. Let's not go anywhere the next day. We'll do lumberjacking during the day. I'll keep that on me. We got an additional torch I can put away. And an additional water skin. Cudgel I'm just going to sell. But yeah, but there was... I don't know if it was just like they ported it. So I never got the Dreamcast, so I never played the Dreamcast one. I don't know, maybe they ported it over. But, or it might have been like a redesign of the old game or just a continuance, because I think there was an Echo the Dolphin 2 as well. I'd have to go back, it's a long. This is my childhood, this was a long fucking time ago. You had a Genesis but didn't have that game for it? Yeah, because I mean I played it, so, and I never owned a Dreamcast, so it must have come out on the Genesis. I don't think it was on the Master System, that was too early for that kind of game. And I never had one of those either, actually, a Master System. We have... I'm gonna just stack up some trade goods, even though we're not doing any trading. I need some food. Okay, yes, the food is building up again. I am happy. I am happy to see it. Got loads of excess food again. This is good, because my character is a hungry bastard. He needs food every 5 minutes to stay alive. He's a hungry boy. But yeah, I loved my Mega Drive. It was, and then I got the X32 for it as well, the thing that you plugged into the top in the cartridge slot and gave it 32-bit gaming. Yo, you know, I had that, and I had the Mega CD, and man, those games like Sewer Shark and Ground Zero Texas, you know, those early FMV games. Ooh, they were so good. Night Trap is available on Steam now. That game, oh man, that was an obsession. That was like, how do I do this? Like, there's like 8 cameras I have to cycle through in this freaking house, and I have to protect these teenagers from all the creepy vampire shit that's going on, and you know, it was so good. But you, like, it was a timed thing. Events happened at specific timestamps. So if you wanted to watch the story, you could go and sit and like, oh, they're having a party. You know, the teenagers are having a party in the living room now, and they're all dancing around and having fun. So I could sit and watch that to get the story. But I'm missing the vampires in the hallway creeping around, setting up a trap to jump on them later. You know, and it's like, you've got to go there and deal with those guys. But I want to watch this. It was so good. Like, you would have to play it in stages. I got a pad and a pen, you know, and I wrote, like, I would sit and watch one camera and I would write down the timestamps for that particular camera and what happened and whether or not I needed to care, whether I needed to do something there or not. And then when the game failed you, because you missed shit going on elsewhere, and one of the teenagers got abducted, then you start again and watch the next camera, and then when you've got a chunk of time, you play through it. And that's how I played that game. There's probably a better way to do it, because cameras would flash when bad shit was going on, but it was like quick time events. You had to work there and then, like, go do this thing now, or you're gonna miss it, you know? It was such a game, such an interesting concept of a game. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was fun. But Ground Zero Texas was my favorite. I loved that. And Sewer Shark was fantastic. Because there was an element of randomness to that one as well. Sewer Shark, you had you were basically, it was like a post-apocalyptic underground life. Like the surface was mostly uninhabited and everybody lived in the sewers, metro style. And you had to go out in these sewer sharks, these like gunships. It was basically like take the cabin of an Apache gunship and put an engine on the back, and that was it. And they had a gun and missiles and stuff, and you had to like shoot through the sewer pipes, navigate through it as your navigator was telling you, don't go left here, this gate's closed, go right here, and so on. And you had to shoot all the creatures in the sewer tunnels to keep them clean, keep them safe, but then also all the meat got scooped up, and it was also food for people. And it was such a cool idea, you know? Like, yeah, the route was different every time, and eventually there was like some kind of, oh, there's a monster down here that you have to avoid, and then there was a white bird, I remember. Like a white dove that you would follow and chase. And I eventually realized it was guiding you through, like I thought you had to get away from it. But no, you had to follow it. And it would guide you through the dangers if you stayed with it. But you had to hit left, right, up, down on the D-pad as, you know, different corners came, but not too early or you crash into the wall. And you burn up. Not too late, otherwise you miss it. And you might be okay, you could take the next exit. Or you might hit a freaking, you know, a metal grate that was in your way and you explode, you know. Like, it was very unforgiving. In other words, Thursday. Yeah, that... Thursday, yeah, yeah. For me, it was Tuesday, basically. So I loved that game, and there was another one, and I keep forgetting the name of it, but it was a similar concept. It was just nothing but a huge load of quick time events, and it was anime art style. You were a cop, supposedly, that goes rogue, and you were driving your souped-up sports car through city streets, chasing down street gangs and ramming them off the road because this big horde of like a mobile gang with a queen that ran them all, like a road queen who ran them all. She was fed up of you getting in her business, so she chased you down on your honeymoon day after you married your wife, ran you off the road, and she died. And once you recovered, you souped up your car, and you were basically in the driver's seat, first person, and you had to chase these guys down and run them off the road and, you know, avoid dangers and swerve between traffic. And it was quick time based. It was literally like, I think, probably the first game I remember playing that relied exclusively on quick time events. And this was on the Mega CD, and I forgot the name of it. Ah. Just a different rotation, can't fight the sewer every day. No, exactly. Yeah, it just gets boring otherwise. Or smelly. But yeah, like you would, you know, you'd get like your dashboard had all the warning lights were the indicators of things you needed to do. So you had your left and right indicator. So when they flashed, you needed to go left or right, left, right. When the brake light showed up, you had to hit the brake button. You know, when the forward indicator was like accelerate, go faster, handbrake to use the handbrake, and so on. And yeah, it was like cartoon style graphics. I really wish that game had been put on any other, like on the PC for instance, you know, on any other platform. They did it recently with Night Trap just to bring it back as a cult classic, but that for me was a damn good game. I loved it. I really loved that game. I feel like I was going to do something else. Oh yeah. Let's make a bunch of planks. How are we doing for firewood? we're not. Is the... Let's get 20 of these. Got 18 planks in there. I'm gonna make that many. Should have more than enough roofing material to do the smithy, and I'm gonna turn all of this into firewood. Yeah, I also, for the Mega CD, I had the arcade game, Lethal Enforcer, you know, with light guns, except you had to use it with a control pad, because I don't remember the Mega CD having specifically a light gun for it, you know. The NES had one, but I think the Mega Drive, they did have a light gun, but it was like a machine gun type thing. And I never got it, so I don't know if that ever worked with Lethal Enforcer or not, but I never actually had that. I remember the Super Nintendo had the bazooka. Thing was awesome. That was so good. All these gaming gimmicks we had as kids and we don't have anymore. Makes me wonder, why has that never remained as a thing? I mean, we've had the Kinect, so it's not like a sensor is a hard thing, you know, like an infrared sensor. You could get a USB attachment, infrared sensor, and a light gun and use it in games on your PC. But we skipped straight to VR, I suppose, so... But just because the technology is more advanced doesn't mean to say it's a better control system. Just different. It's not worse either, it's just different. Alright, we're going to do a bunch of logging. Ooh, snowy again. Let's give it a quick save. I am going to take... Oh god, I filled up the donkey, didn't I? I don't want to do the logging in this area. I don't want to remove, like, all the forest around us. I want to ride off somewhere and do it. Yeah, I've half filled the damn donkey already. I suppose actually this might still be okay. This might be okay. Question is, where are we gonna go logging? I suppose we could go up into here. This is very thick forest over there, so... You know, in fact, I need a bio break as well, guys. Let's take 2 minutes. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Testing, testing. Microphone is on. Good. Let's remember to do that this time. Alright, off we go. So we're going to cross the river into that forest over there, and we're just going to hack down a whole heck load of trees.
I don't feel my fingers.
It's also freezing cold. My character is getting very cold. I need to really invest in some warmer clothing for next winter. I'm pretty sure there are better things. I could probably have like a hood. I have good gloves. I think I have the best winter boots. But I think I could do with a better tunic of some kind. Oh god, yeah, we're actually losing health because it's so cold. Oh, this is probably not a good day to actually ride out into the middle of a forest then. Probably go back and just what's the wrong button? What's the temperature at? Yeah, because I will probably die over there before actually finishing any meaningful amount of logging.
So cold.
These are the warmest clothes that I have, and they were fine for the first couple of winters. Yeah, at the rate we're losing health, that's no good. We will die. Ah, there we go. I mean, I suppose I could have actually made a campfire out there, couldn't I? I could make my own little campfire. Keep warming up by it between lumbering jobs. What do we need for a camp? We only need like a bunch of sticks, really. Stay warm. Hey, where'd you get that rattle from? I don't remember buying one of those. Do I definitely not have any better clothing? Heat protection. Cold protection is bad. Yeah, that's like the best I have. Do we have loads of sticks already? Quite a few. Might be better to not actually go too far. Maybe we'll just go down this path and hack some of the trees out halfway towards Gustovia.
I need more clothes. Or some fire.
A little bit of hard work will warm us up. That'll work out fine. Gonna do a quick save here though, so we have a fallback, just in case. Okay. Fire. Light. Ah, there we go. That might keep us alive long enough to get some of these trees down. Starting with this one. And this one. Oh, this is gonna end very badly. Oh, look at this. This tree is gonna crush me. Whew. Okay, good. Oh, I'm getting too cold. Warm back up a bit. Alright, donkey. Let's move you to the fire as well.
I should better warm myself up.
$16 logs. Okay. If I fill up my own inventory from here, that would probably be enough to make the better level smithy. I want to get that done before we finish today. Fires, here we go. Like a little line of fires that I can flit to one after the other to stave off hypothermia. Oh, really? Alright, fine. Okay, back up. Yeah, stay the hell away from that shit. How much carry capacity? Still have plenty. Okay. Let's take these guys. And this one as well.
I don't feel my fingers.
This is the first time I remember really being troubled by the cold in this game. The game was like, yo bro, you've had it easy up until now. Here, have some Canadian winter. Okay. Eat my porridge. And drink a water skin ration. Like, your water has frozen. Ah, no! How are we looking? Yeah, I probably can't carry much more. We'll call it at that. Now we will see to make it back. Go faster. Faster! Yeah! Donkey into a hard gallop. I'm freezing cold! Whew. Get to a fire. In fact, I'm just gonna go in the house. Screw it. I'm cold. It's fucking freezing. Jesus. Urgh. I'm half dead from exposure. I think I do have a potion though. Potion of instant healing too. So I'm gonna take that now. Because why the hell not? Let me eat one of these roasted meats. Okay. Alright, I should be warm enough. Should have... Should have enough I'm gonna need you to stop working real quick while I do things. Bonk. These logs in the roof. Need those 12 planks. Play vial. Did I pick that up? I must have picked that up. Oh, yeah, that's in mine. I'm like, why is that in the resource storage? Yeah, I must have picked that up from somewhere. I don't remember grabbing that, but okay. And I will grab 24 planks. Alright.
I need more clothes. Or some fire.
If I step up in here, yeah, this actually does keep me warm. Even though there's no full roof on it yet. Okay. Boom! Nice. It unassigned a worker though, that's annoying. Oh, is it Samagost? Yeah, it was Samagost. Get back in here. Alright, we got the smithy up to level 2. Did we have anything else we needed to upgrade? I don't think there's any other production buildings right now that we have. Maybe this, yeah. This is just level 1, right? Yeah, the sewing hut. Decorations. Ooh. May not have everything we need. Let me investigate. Then we'll reload if we don't. Although this isn't really a building we're relying on right now, this is just for my use, so I don't suppose it really matters.
I have art. The mighty is
Take 16 logs. Now if I get in here... Yeah, we're still freezing. Alright, so we do need to build this up a little bit before it starts to mitigate the cold. Alright, that's as much as we can get done. That's fine. That works for me. There for now, and all these feathers. Whole bunch of sticks. Oh, and I got some straw from the roof. Let's see if I can... Oh no, it's plank roofs now. Okay, yeah, we can't put that straw in that roof. That's fine. That old wooden bowl back. Okay. quick save. Alright. Tax, we need 1,000. We'll just make sure we keep 1,500 in here. Means I'm going to take maybe 600 with me. I am going to head out and see if I can get some warmer bloody clothing. Oh my god. Oh, hang on. 600? Whatever, that's fine. Zaras, dude, thank you for the resub. 77 months. 77? Double lucky. How's it going? Come on in. How has life been treating you since we spoke on Sunday? Lucky 77, yeah. Not so lucky for my character, it's freezing cold and I'm gonna go and try and buy some warmer clothing in another town because, god damn, it's cold. Might be the coldest winter we've had in this game so far, and my guy is dying of hypothermia. So I'm flitting from campfire to keep warm. Like fucking Canada in here. Already getting too hot here, looking forward to fleeing back to Sweden soon. Nice. When do you go next? Do you have a planned date for that, or are you just like as and when you get a chance? Wouldn't mind a bit of snow like this, right? I mean, we've got cold here right now again. It went back down to like overnight. We had a frost warning in June, late June, mid to late June. We have frost warnings. That's nice. And yeah, we have cold, drizzly rain on and off, so that's fun. But we can't complain. We needed like a steady trickle of rainy days here and there.
Oh, it's the best goods in the valley.
Go visit sister on the 15th of next month. Nice. And see your brand new nephew. Yes. Awesome. I can probably change the hat. Yeah, this is gonna help. Bag hat. Ooh, 16 cold protection. 1,000. Nope, can't afford that. A cap with a coif. I can afford that. Just that? No, the cap would be better. Felt hat. 14. Ooh, can't afford it. Felt vest would be better as well, but I can't afford that. Fur caplet. Not very good. See, I have the hood. I already have that. But it's not a hood that you put over your head. Long fur hood. Quilted vest. We can't, yeah, just like some of the stuff we just cannot afford. Trousers with cuffs would be kinda slightly helpful. Okay. So I guess we're buying this for now. That's the only thing I can really afford. 600 gold, or 600 coin rather. Do I? Yeah, there it is. Where is it? I don't see it in here. It's there. 610 to spend. I could get the cap. Fur boots we have. Yep, we're wearing fur boots. That's 7. And what was this? 5. Oh, we would want this instead. It's going to give me plus 7% cold, on top of what I already have. I'm running with a straw hat, so maybe this is the reason why I'm freezing cold. All right, we'll buy it. Boom, sold.
Again. See you around.
Great stuff. Okay. we're just at the margin of temperature tolerance now. We put that on. Still just at the margin. Okay. But, you know. Every little bit does help some. You probably want to gear up for next winter then. I think I have the best like spring and summer gear now. Nothing else. Be a good idea to probably drop some money into the clothing schematics in the future because we get a lot of fur. We get a lot of fur and leather. We have flax production now, so we're making linens. And we can probably churn out a steady, slow stream of extra clothing. Which I am so glad you do not need to do for your villagers. They do their own thing. They come with their own luggage, which is great. That seems to have made a little bit of a difference. Just put you here. Alright. Other than the sewing hut, other than that, we should have upgraded everything. Are there any other production buildings that needed upgrading? Yeah, we only have level 1 kitchen still. We're way off that. We've done level 2 workshop. We just upgraded the smithy. Farm shed there's only the one level. The barn hasn't upgraded yet. We're still a ways off for that. We're like less than halfway to that still. Survival? Hunting lodge is at level 2. Fishing hut isn't. Herbalist hut, we have not begun with herbalisms yet. Alright. Hey, what was that? Oh. Apiary. Alright, yeah, I forget you can make honey. Nice. The music bops, doesn't it just? As always, music by Game Chops. Very cool group. Make stream safe music. I want to get these. I'm looking forward to getting market stalls. They're going to be so good. Oh boy. And yeah, the extraction hut. I guess we only get one excavation shed, only one level of that. So yeah. Yeah, hunting lodge is at level 2. How are the houses looking? Other than one that needs... Oh, that's right, we still have the big house we're building. We have an empty house still. None of the buildings are below 50% yet, so we're fine. Okay. And food production. Jesus Christ. Spam callers today. My phone has lit up 3 times now while I've just been talking. With like just some number that keeps bloody calling. Different one each time, but 11:55 must be the prime moment. People to get hung up on. But yeah, we're slowly accumulating food again, which is great. Oh, it's so good. Oh man, we're getting a load of stews. I'm gonna grab a couple of those. I might want those. How much stew are you making? 1.5 a day. That's right, we put everything up to like 1.5 and suddenly now we're like staying ahead of things again. I can probably drop them down a tad. Scrambled egg is like just, you know, slow the hell down, girl. You're making so much egg. Crazy. Roasted meat is paused because the... Oh, that was the other one. Yeah, this is fine. And raw meat production was good. Right? Yeah. Stay slightly out of raw meat. That's good. Okay. Alright. Let me put the rest of this money back in the thing now. Boom. All 22 coin of it. That's tax money. We gotta hang on to that for the next season. But we're not gonna get to spring. I think we're on the last day of winter tomorrow, and we should be into spring. Yeah, I have nothing else we need to throw away. Oh look, I got a potion of temperature tolerance. 600 seconds. I could have been getting +4 on my temperature tolerance. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, I think we're pretty much on the right track. Spring will come around, we'll get a new harvest of wheat. Can plant all the crops. I think flax or something also is ready, or is it oats? One of them. I get spam calls occasionally as well, but here they usually hang up when I answer in English. Since I started blocking them, I think they've written me off as low value number. I really wish they would get the, you know, the message here. That is actually one of the things is my spam calls just keep on going. You know, like, after a while, the old numbers that I usually get stop showing up, and the new numbers that come through start, and it's like they've just rotated and they keep going. One of them is specifically debt collectors for the person who had this number before me when I moved to Canada 2 years ago. Just over. You'd think by now they'd stop. They'd get the message. This person does not have this number anymore. Please leave me alone. And I've even, like, because they also send me, I think I might have actually just gotten one. Are these just spam? Yeah, these are just spam. Money Mart and Easy Financial Loan. Just all things that I inherited with this number from the previous... Oh man, I'm still freezing cold? Oh. From the previous owner of the number. Very annoying. But sometimes the debt collectors text as well for that person, like, hey, by the way, so blah blah blah, so and so, whose name I won't say out on stream for privacy's sake. You have a limited time offer to settle your account at 80% with us, blah 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 blah, right? And here's the please contact us on this number or email us or whatever. This is the company name, here's your case file number. I've emailed them with that number and said, here's the mobile number you've got for this person, take it off please. And I've done that several times and I've given up. They don't seem to give a shit. It's like, you are barking up the wrong tree here. Bark off. Which, when it's a phone call, it's not so bad. You know, like, if it's just texts, phone calls, fine. Whatever. That person lived in a different place, so if they're ever gonna send people around to repossess shit, my phone number has fuck all to do with that. The last place where I lived in England, though, back when I lived in England, and I moved into that house, I was getting debt collecting letters through the post box, through the mail slot. Like, this is a problem I need to be kind of worried about, because one day bailiffs are going to show up and try to repossess my stuff, and I'm going to have to know my rights. So I literally sat down one day and looked into it, like, if bailiffs show up at your door and you're not the person they're looking for, what do you do about it? Because they can't enter your premises, apparently. In England, anyway, the law is they cannot, unless there is a law enforcement officer present, so they have to have a sheriff with them, which we have in England, apparently. We have sheriffs. And you know, they have to have one of them with them who has a writ of some kind, an official right. They have to have like a notice of repossession. Bailiffs can show up with that, and they can serve it, but that doesn't permit them entry unless you grant them or do not object to them entering. Because if they get in your premises, whether you invited them or not, you can't get rid of them then. That's it. You know, you screwed up. But if you don't let them through the door, if you block the way, they cannot move you, and if they try, you can press charges, and there's a whole bunch of stuff like that that you need to know, and I'm like, if one of these buggers knocks on my door, I need to be able to, like, be ready to be like, you cannot come in, you cannot possess my stuff, because I am not the person who holds the debt anymore. So, and, you know, if I will close the door on them and come back with documents. This is my council tax bill with a different name on it, and, you know, here's a bank statement with my name on it. Here's my passport. No, you may not have it. You can look at it with your eyes. You know, you gotta know what you're doing. So, fetch the Shire Reeve. Yes, exactly. Don't make me take this up with the alderman. I'll have you know I'm friends with the magistrate, and yeah, I'm in good standing with my neighborhood watch, and I'm also a friend of the local friar, and I think you will find, Sheriff, there has been a terrible mistake, and you may not gain entry into my abode. If you do, I will report you to Lord Picklewick, who owns this land, and say you are misusing your authority. And Lord Picklewick, that's a great name. That's going in the roleplay game. Lord Picklewick. I'm putting that down somewhere. Hell yeah. Lord Pickle.
The best ones are always taken.
Perfect. That's going in the roleplay game. Fantastic. Lord Pickle. Oh, nice. So yeah, you know, you need to know your shit, right, about that kind of stuff and how to avoid dealing with them, because otherwise they will come and take your stuff. They don't care if you're the right person. They will care when you sue them afterwards, and they'll say, sorry, our bad, but I didn't want to have to go through all that headache, like fending and proving after the fact. So yeah, that was worrying for a while, and I actually eventually started opening the mail I was getting for this other, well, two different people who I eventually figured out must have lived together, you know, so they were both in debt. That was nice. And apparently the people who had the house before me, because it was rented, they left without settling power bills with the power company. They left without settling their remaining rent, but they knew, obviously. They didn't chase me up for that, because it was the same letting agent that had the building before, but they skipped out on their rent according to the agent. They were like, oh yeah, when I told them, like, I'm getting these debt collector letters, you know, from the person before, I said, did you have any problems with them? They were like, yeah, they disappeared in the night. I'm like, oh, after being several months in arrears, and they were getting ready to serve eviction notes on them. So I was like, oh, isn't that nice? Because I was asking them for advice as well, like, how do I deal with this, you know, and they were like, well, just keep sending the letters, like, cross out the name, return to sender, but some of them came without return addresses, and I was like, well, that's no good, you know. So eventually I sort of decided, I was like, you know, I think it's a bad thing to open someone else's mail, but this one I can tell is a debt collector's letter, but from who? So I eventually opened it, got the company name, didn't read any of the details, just looked at the letterhead, you know, and put it back in, and I was like, right, okay. And looked online for that company, called them, and said, hi, you know, please stop sending these letters. This person doesn't live here anymore. And that was basically it, you know. They were like, oh, we're very, very sorry, you know, and they took the name and everything, and they said, you're welcome to get into the letter if you want. And I said, yeah, that's how I got your company name, because you don't put your name on the stationery, you know, like on the envelope. Oh, okay. So I was like, so, you know, but if you can give me the case number, and I gave it to them, they're like, okay, fair enough, we've removed it. I never got anything else from them after that, but I still got some every now and then. And it was always worrying me one day I'm gonna get woken up at 6 in the morning by repossession agents or some shit. And I was like, I don't want to have to deal with that headache. That's gonna be so annoying. Oh my god.
Winter is the only season.
Well, anyway, let's have a look. The town has... Ooh.
Home by night.
Maybe I should make one more batch of firewood to get us through the last day. I don't have my woodshed making firewood right now. I'd rather they focus on just getting raw wood and planks and let me do stuff with it. Logs, 8 logs. Ooh, I'll take 5. And I don't need to go there. I can do this by hand. Firewood. 5 batches of firewood, of which there are 4 wood each. Firewood, beautiful. Where did it go? I know my alphabet, there it is. It's under F for firewood. So that made us now have enough for 2 days worth, nearly. A day and a half of firewood. I probably haven't really looked at it in a while. Need to figure out making insulation. I don't know if we have everything we need for that. Let me have a look. Yeah, straw and clay. A bit late now in the season to be fucking around with that, but straw and clay? I mean, I'm using clay, and we have a little bit of clay that builds up. I haven't told these guys to gather straw at all. Okay. I mean, I could just boost it. Get another 10 in. And that much straw. Straw takes no bother at all to gather. I have tons in here already as well. We got 1 spare clay. Well, we're gonna start growing an excess of clay then. Yeah, we got loads of straw. Most of that is from me demolishing buildings that have straw roofs and, like, rebuilding them. But then we can turn it into daub, which we can put on the walls and insulate all the houses. They'll use less firewood then in the winter, so... 10 of each to make 10 daub. And I imagine you just need 1 per wall. The 1 batch of that would be enough to insulate a whole house. I think. I don't know. I really don't know. Add insulation. Yeah, we would do that then. Oh. Oh. This needs limestone. Wattle walls need daub. We need limestone. Oh, I'm glad I looked. Okay. Put that away, and let's change this again before I forget. We don't need that. We don't need that. I need limestone, not this shit. Gathering some excess clay wouldn't be a bad idea though, right? So, and we need what, 6 per wall? Oy. Oy. Let's just tell them to max out. 2 walls a day. We'll start building up a stockpile of limestone now for next winter. And I don't think I have any just sitting around. No. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, so log walls and below would need daub, and we need limestone for these, and it's 8 per wall. Oh, 6 for these, and yeah, 6 for the ones with windows, 8 for the ones without. I need those guys to start getting loads of limestone then. Perfect. Alright. I believe... Ooh, the sun is out as well. Let's have a look at the temperature for the day. Not bad. Very cool. Alright. So next winter we will hopefully have enough to at least limestone some of the houses. And therefore not freeze to death. That would be great. Because the wood requirements go up in the winter, obviously, so yeah. Alright. Save! Because we're done. Awesome. Guys, that's it. We're done for the day. I will be back tomorrow.